Alright, we're
Ah,
live now. Hey guys, Center Federation here with.
Delta USA.
Independent workman.
Yup, and today I wanted to get on this interesting topic, and I'm sorry if I sound weird right now, it's just that I'm just a little sick right now, but. So, like, so this kid named Emoshy88, some of you guys may remember him as the Technocratic Socialist, so I made a 3-part series debunking him. He has requested me a video since I've heard he's been getting a lot of shit from a lot of these leftist cultists who hate the fact that he supports small businesses. He supports all, them being privately owned and stuff, but only believes in nationalizing the big stuff. So we're
I
here.
like.
So we're here about to make this video in his request.
Yeah, just like the Bernie Sanders supporters. He just wants to nationalize all this.
Yeah, here's the thing though. Since he's like a democratic socialist or like a social democrat, he doesn't like really believe in nationalizing. I said earlier, nationalizing the big stuff, but he supports some higher wages for like small businesses. He supports higher wages, so in reality, you're still gonna have a boss there either way.
Well,
Something similar to what I support.
it's yeah, it's a similar thing that kind of Delta supports. But an interesting point I like to bring out. Um, I might give the link after this video is like published. Um, but in my place where I live, there's been a few small businesses that actually increased like their wages by themselves without any government intervention, and their
Oh,
business is booming. Basically, it's profitable actually because it actually benefits the workers and also
yep, and that's
also
the
the
thing.
company.
And that's the thing. Socialists do advocate better life for the working class, as they all say they do.
Yeah, and the thing is that that's a great example of how a free market kind of should work. People working at their own self-interest will actually help people out as a result of it.
Yep,
So
and we've always talked about that whenever we talk about
Oh
supply and
yes.
demand.
yeah,
So yeah, like so like I don't know what his friends advocate personally because I've heard one's an ANCOM, the other one's this, the other one's that.
Ancom.
But
Yeah, Ancom is like no property at all.
yeah, so of course they're not gonna support it. That's why you should distance yourself away from them and find yourself more people that are like that are democratic socialists like yourself.
Yeah, more people, much like yourself.
yeah.
Like I've found too many nationalists here on YouTube, but I know a few other social media places like DeviantArt. I know some nationalists, like some fascists and national socialists. So I'm pretty much okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if he's going down the road of Marxism, you know,
Yeah.
Marxism doesn't really advocate for small businesses.
It's
Like
Yeah.
also the destruction of the market and for
from
the dictatorship of the proletariat.
from
Yeah,
what I
Marxism doesn't aim to support small businesses.
She used to
right,
destroy them and have everything put in everything centralized at first, and then slowly decentralize it much later in time until the state just goes away. I don't know how
Yeah,
that's gonna work, but
magically.
yeah,
it's
from
like magic.
from from the works that I've read, which is really little, Marx was talking about how the small business owners are basically just wannabe bourgeoisie. You know,
Mm.
so they're not allies at all.
They
Yeah,
want to be
that's the reason why
bourgeoisie,
Marxism and democratic socialism do not go well together.
or even
Right.
Marxism and anarcho-communism. Those two fight like even more.
But they're trying
Yeah.
to create like a united front, but I don't see how
Doesn't
that's
work.
gonna work.
Their positionism, it works. It always works. Surprisingly, it works out well. Even though National Socialists are a little bit more racial than, let's say, a Falangist or a fascist, which they may disagree on some things, or maybe let's just say like, because I disagree with some nationalists on the whole, the Jews run the world thing, but we don't seem to make a big deal, and there's no divide over it. We're like, okay, no big deal. Like, okay, and just kind of
Yeah,
ignore it.
so like so you are technically being actually the true socialist, if anything. It's just your friends being idiots, but yeah, you guys are only support the higher wages on those businesses and only support nationalizing the big stuff.
Right.
That's pretty much about it.
Yeah. That's
It's
it's basically the lowdown on it. I mean,
And
from
as for the part of wage slavery, what do you guys think?
it's interesting kind of concept how communists will say, oh, people are forced to do this. Like it really depends because if there's like nothing, it really depends on the conditions you're in. Because there are some cases where you do have a choice, and there's other cases you're kind of stuck. You either go with this business, either you work here or you're done.
Yeah.
It really depends. If you're in the first world, you have plenty of jobs you can work at, but third world, either you work for this factory or you're done. Like in Bangladesh or Pakistan
Yeah,
or
and that's where also your friends' arguments also fall apart because how the hell could you call $15 an hour or like $10 an hour wage slavery
maybe like in China
or
or South
exploitation?
Korea or something. I don't know.
well, to me,
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly.
To me, I don't know how these, some of these Marxists or socialists can support a minimum wage. It's basically just, if you look at it from the Marxist perspective, it's basically just scrap money from the bourgeoisie. So to me, that it'd be ridiculous
Yep,
both
and
on the
the
right wing and
democratic social.
Your mic's like really weird.
Ethan.
Ethan, hello.
Hello.
Hello?
No.
Yellow.
All
Oh, what's
right.
up
Hello,
with your
can you hear me?
mic?
Yeah. What happened?
I was noticing that like on the one he did with I can't remember his name. You uploaded it earlier, but mic shit.
But yeah, democratic socialism only advocates for higher paid wages and all that stuff. Marxism, on the other hand, requires there to be no bosses, except later on, like maybe there could be like everything's gonna be state owned, and then from there later on, it becomes like a stateless and classless society that's supposed to magically disappear, like me and Delta just mentioned.
The state and the classes and money. They probably will figure out a way how to deal with money, but class. I never understood that. They think, oh, we can get rid of classes. There's always going to be some kind of class. Either there's always going to be a rich or poor. Even like in social societies, it's not totally classless. You still
Exactly.
have a few classes kind of remaining, and some of there's all this equality. What I've noticed. This is like out to Moshi, whatever is. I can't. I get told, man. I'll have to go look at it. Yeah, Emoshy88, whatever. That's like kind of out to you in this case. What I've noticed when I got out of the left wing, I noticed the whole thing of equality. It's a freaking lie. This is like my opinion alone. It's an absolute lie. It's just they're like, oh, the whole thing of we can have total classless society. That ain't gonna happen. Not anytime
Exactly.
soon. That is. Not anytime soon.
Right.
Exactly. But yeah, like so yeah, democratic socialism, and it will make sense for you like not to support big like small businesses if you were a Marxist, but if you're a social democrat, then you're good in supporting small businesses because all you advocate is just for higher wages
Yeah.
and
I was
welfare state and all that stuff.
I was kind of dumb when I was like in that whole far left. I was like basically what kind of like a huge Tito supporter. You could say like, well, market socialism and
Yeah.
people. I piss people off like that. I was just
Yeah.
And the thing is, small businesses actually do help the community out.
Yeah. They're not all like, evil people that want to actually gain everything for profit. No, that's most of the time that's not the case because we look at small businesses, they actually, hold donations and stuff. Especially like small donations to the refugees, like when they're supporting against the refugees in Europe.
Uh,
So they're actually kind of more charitable because one, it could be used as a tax write-off, and two, they understand the situation is dire because they don't have that much money either. They
yeah,
have
exactly. Most people who own small businesses don't have much money themselves.
right, and that's what seems to be the problem. They're surrounded by one, government bureaucrats, two, unworthy people that just want to say screw everything, and three, it's probably due to their company's issues as well. like their finances or something that's happening that affects them personally.
Yeah, exactly. So I was watching the live stream that he had with Black Cat in one of the Socialist Saturdays thing. Black Cat and his friend had said something to Brandon, and Brandon like kind of owned them because after a while they were just like personally attacking him in the comment section and stuff. But listen to this part and tell me what you guys think.
Okay. Oh,
All right.
just make sure it isn't too choppy, otherwise it's just gonna be. When this whole stream's done, it's gonna be all. Okay.
All live. All right. Okay. I'm gonna ask you guys a question before I leave, which will probably and what happens to him is, the thing is, let's say for example you have Jack. He goes onto an island, and what happens to him is,
we were answering this question earlier.
Yeah, but I want this to be part of a live stream. So we can bring more knowledge about this topic. The fact of the matter is, like, let's say that Jack lands on a stranded island one day, randomly. He has no transportation, and he doesn't know how to build wood. He doesn't have the tools necessary to make hunting more efficient. However, he's perfectly capable of surviving, or is trying to act in sheer accordance with survival. They get things like berries, probably strangle rabbits or stuff like that. They get food. But after like a week or so of living on this island, a person who crash lands on a wooden boat named Hayes comes along. Let's say shipwrecked. That's the proper term. And after he shipwrecks on the island, this person has shown that he can build wood or use tree bark to fix certain predicaments involving the boat. And also, he's capable of making tools to make hunting easier, and he knows how to get food from lakes and stuff like that.
Oh, hi, Anger Bastard.
Okay.
The thing is, I don't want. I can't do live right now. Sorry.
Okay.
Angry
Sorry.
bastard. Oi, yeah.
Yeah, we're live. Sorry.
Well, back on topic. So let's say, Hayes. He also knows how to properly hunt for fish, and can even get them by the hundreds in days because of how many are in this ocean where this island is located. Let's say that Hayes wants to so-called hire Jack, so in exchange for fish, better tools, and a better chance of heading back home, basically, Hayes will provide Jack some of the fish that he gets, tools for hunting animals more efficiently, and other things. I think I lost track for a second, but you know what I mean. Jack actually works for Hayes. Hayes is the employer, and Jack is the employee. Jack and both parties, in accordance with survival and wanting to reach a goal, an ideal of heading back home to where your family or friends are. They're striving towards this one ideal that small businesses do today, and in response to survival as well. You know, you have to work to survive. Would you say that Jack, in this instance, is a wage slave?
Nope, because he's getting things out of his benefit for working. What do you guys think?
That wouldn't be wage slavery. Well, that's wage slavery. How
Wow.
dare he?
Well, if they didn't have a choice and no one owns them, no, they're not really straight.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, it was his choice of going in there.
So what? Now the workers can use force against each other?
What constitutes a slave? You own a slave.
They're making a state.
If you were to pay the slave and you owned them, that would be a wage slave.
Yeah.
Because you own the person. I don't think you going to a company and applying for a job is wage slavery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well.
exactly. Plus, working for something doesn't make you a slave either.
A slave is if you're owned and you're forced to work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And no pay.
And plus,
Little pay.
everybody has to work for their benefit and for the benefit of of everyone in society. That's the thing. That's
Yeah.
common.
And, yeah, and you have a choice not to work either. You can go on welfare and
Yeah,
get
just be
some
a
money
lazy,
on that too.
be a bum and
Oh yeah, and come to
not
think
do
about
anything
it,
for the
Democratic
nation. That's
Socialists
perfect.
yourself support the welfare state as well. So yeah, you're good.
Yeah, that's a backup.
You can just be a bum and like not do anything for the nation and just be a nobody.
Yeah. So basically, that wage slave argument would have worked 200 years ago, but now it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It still works like in Bangladesh or really in undeveloped nations with
Like
sweatshops,
somewhere
but
like in the third world,
Oh
like
yeah, of course. Yeah.
so. Yeah, I think that's like about it. Do you guys have anything else to say?
I'll say one last thing. Just since these people are giving you shit, just ignore them. It's not worth getting in drama like I did with Red Scare TV and having a huge fight over absolutely nothing. It's not worth it. Just ignore them.
Yeah. Yeah, just believe what you believe, and that's your beliefs. Fuck them.
Just like fucking make new friends if you have to.
Yeah, they're not your friends if they don't respect your views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I would like to point out is, you don't have to do this, but maybe go along the non-ideological side, because for one, I surely know that I don't know anything right now,
I don't know
and
much either, but
I seen the traps that the left and the right like to use to get yourself into. You know, once you become disillusioned by the left, you'll become, you don't want to become part of the extreme right where you want to kill all leftists.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to become that person either. So my take on it is to become non-ideological because you don't know for sure about anything, and research stuff yourself. Like, for example, right now, after I'm reading this book I have, I'm going to be studying on communism. Like, I wouldn't expect myself studying communism last year, like at all. I would say screw Marx, he's a terrible person, blah 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 blah. But I don't even. But now it's like I'm researching this stuff. Like,
Yeah, and it's pretty
Yeah.
interesting.
it's
I already
intriguing,
was independent when I was a socialist.
right?
So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Oh, is Christianity Marxist or libertarian or